Hey guys, Zach here at etrailer.com. Today we're taking a look at the Glacier Cable Snow Tire Chains on our 2020 Nissan Kicks. I have this on a tire size of 205/55 R17. These are going to be a really nice light duty snow tire chain that's going to not only give you some traction if you're in the snow and ice and you need some help there, but also just to help you stay legal if you're in a state that requires snow tire chains. What I like about these is they're going to work out great with our low profile that we have here. We don't have a lot of room to have big chains, but this is still going to give us the ability to get some traction. Now if we take a closer look at these rollers, we can see how these are low profile. So we're not getting those big chunky chains that you may see on other vehicles. Those just probably aren't going to work out great for this car. But these rollers will grab down in that snow and ice, but what's nice about this style is they will have a little bit smoother ride. So it's definitely going to be noticeable that you have something in place, but it's not going to be as clunky as some of the even smaller style chains, the more traditional style chain. Now this is a ladder pattern, and what that means is we just get these sections that just go across right here with those rollers on it. It's constructed of a low carbon steel, so we're going to get some good use out of these. They're going to hold up well. With them being more of a light duty, after a while, if you're using these repeatedly throughout the season, they may see some signs of wear and tear. These are more of an in-emergency use only type setup. But with that ladder pattern style, it's really good for starts and stops. Now, there are other options out there that give us like a diamond pattern. The diamond pattern gives you better tire coverage, so we're getting more tire coverage of chain. Those help out with getting you the starts and stops, but with that more of that coverage, it also helps with turns. So that's also important. We need to keep that in mind. Now, usually those diamond pattern chains are a little bit beefier, so we're getting better traction, but that comes at a cost. So that style isn't as affordable as this chain, but we're getting better traction. And another thing to consider is the ease of installation. So these are affordable, they're going to give us traction, but you have to crawl underneath. So here in the garage, not as big of a deal. I'm just going to get a little dirty, but if I'm on the side of the road in the snow, it's going to get messy. So I prefer the easier style chains to put in place. I highly recommend picking up a rubber tensioner like I have here today. So this is sold separately, and what this does is this takes the slack out of our chain. This chain doesn't just fit this tire size, so it fits a wide range of tire sizes, and since it fits that, it's going to have slack. So this chain can fit a tire that's larger than what we have on our Kicks here today. And I have this as tight as I can get it installed on the front here and the back, but I still have that slack there. This is not a good way to drive down the road. So picking up a set of these, one for the driver's side and one for the passenger side, takes a lot of that slack out, so we have a much safer way of getting these chains installed and taking a lot of that slack out of there. But now that we've gone over some features and talked about that installation, let's just walk you through how we got these put in place. The first thing I like to do is lay them out, make sure that I haven't damaged them, everything looks good. A good tip is to try this out at home when the weather's not bad. That way your first time isn't on the side of the road when the weather's bad, so you kind of have a general idea how these go on. So we'll get these laid out, everything looks good. Now, one thing to point out is this point right here. So there's two different sides. So you can see this smoother side right there. It actually says tire side. It's pretty hard to see. And then this side right here, it's where they kind of crimp that back over. We want the smooth side on the tire. So this will face up. Then we can just grab the chains in the middle. And we can just drape them over our tire. And then we can make that connection around back. This is where I don't really care for this style chain. It's nice and affordable, but it's a little bit more, I mean, I would be laying in the snow on the side of the road right now. This would not be enjoyable. But we're going to take this connection right here, and I'm going to go to that second knob, maybe the third, and get that fed through that eyelet right there. Now this is kind of difficult because this car is so low profile, but we'll just feed that through. And then once we get that where we like it, we can go around
to the front and make that same connection.
So then we'll come here, and since I had it on the second one, it's a good idea to either put it on the same one, but you can go +1 or -1 until we get a good fit there. So we'll put it on that third. You can see got a pretty decent fit there. We definitely need to get that adjuster in place, but if we went another one, we'd have an even better fit. So it's probably a good idea to try to make that connection around back a little bit tighter too, so these don't shift when we're going down the road. We'll take that tensioner, we'll go hook facing out, and then I'm just going to go directly across so we can try to get some even tension all the way around. Got a pretty good chain there. And then I'm going to take that keeper, since I have a little bit of a tail there. I don't want that flapping around there. We'll get that secured, and we're good to go. But that's going to do it for our look at the Glacier Chain Snow Tire Chains on our 2020 Nissan Kicks.